Well, now we are coming to looking at cables in garments, which anyone who's been following me along for a couple of years knows that thanks to my Celtic Knits Club, this is one of my favorite things. So these are in fact both from our Celtic Knits Club. This one was from the very first one, and this one was from 2024. So this here is our Oscail pattern, and it's knit from the bottom up in a jas yarn. And you've got, with this, you've got cables worked in the front that then are decreased away as you are working your front increases, or front decreases. And then you've got one large one down the back here with just a couple of little details down the side. So one of the advantages of having slightly more open sections like this is if you want to add in any extra waist shaping, you have quite a nice canvas to be able to add those in. For this, the sleeves are then picked up and worked from the top down with one cable worked in the top here and one cable worked in the top here. So it's not a very heavily cabled garment, which makes it, if you, a kind of a nice introduction into using cables in your garments if you haven't done that before. And you've got a little bit where you get to rest, where it's not cables from wall to wall, so to speak. So that's a good starting place, I think, with that bottom up sweater. This garment here has got a little bit more cables going on. This is Curdach, and it's worked from the top down. You begin, let me turn it around here. It begins with the saddle worked from side to side here with these cables. And then you pick up the back stitches and work them as far as here. And you can see this is a much more involved cable panel where you've got several cables that you're keeping track of and working together. So you work that down to here, and then you work each of the fronts down to here, and then you work all of the front and the back and forth in rows all the way down. This one has a little bit gentle A-line shaping, so it's increasing slowly as you're working your way down, so it gives it a little bit of shape as you're working through. And the sleeves are worked in the end, where you take those stitches, work some short rows back and forth on either side of the saddle, and you keep those cables going from the top down. So a little bit more involved, but the pattern is very detailed, and there's also a workshop if the techniques are new to you that you can follow along and watch me work through each of those techniques step by step. So I hope you've enjoyed this series where I've been looking at a few different techniques. We've gone through 5 in total over the series. So if you've missed any of them, make sure you go back and take a look and fill in the gaps. And because I learn best by doing and working projects, we've given both small and larger project ideas that you can go ahead and practice each of those techniques with. Now, if there's a particular technique that we haven't covered that you would really like some pattern ideas on, or a video where we talk through it, just drop it in the comments below, and we're always happy to add another video to the series. So thank you for joining me, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos.